Most people over 60 believe that losing strength is simply a normal part of getting older. They notice their arms getting thinner, their legs feeling weaker, and everyday movements slowly becoming more difficult. Carrying groceries feels heavier than it used to. Standing up from a chair takes a little more effort. Climbing stairs becomes something they think about instead of doing automatically. At first it seems small, almost unnoticeable. But over time, these small changes quietly add up. What many people do not realize is that after the age of 60, the body begins losing muscle at a faster rate every single year. This process happens silently, often without pain, which is why most people ignore it until it begins affecting their independence. The surprising part is that muscle loss after 60 is not just about appearance or strength. It directly affects balance, mobility, metabolism, and even the ability to recover from illness or injury. Doctors often warn that one of the biggest reasons older adults lose independence is not disease, but the gradual loss of muscle mass. When muscles weaken, simple movements become harder. Balance becomes less stable. Falls become more likely, and recovery from those falls becomes slower. This is why maintaining muscle after 60 is not just about looking strong. It is about protecting your freedom, your mobility, and your ability to live life on your own terms. What shocks many people even more is that the solution is not expensive supplements or complicated diets. In fact, some of the most powerful foods for rebuilding muscle after 60 are incredibly simple and surprisingly cheap. Many of them are already sitting in the grocery store for just a few dollars. The real problem is that most people do not realize how important protein becomes as we age. When we are younger, the body builds muscle easily. Even small amounts of protein can support muscle repair. But as the body gets older, this process becomes less efficient. The muscles become less sensitive to protein, which means the body needs more of it to maintain strength. Researchers often call this change anabolic resistance. It means that older muscles simply do not respond to small amounts of protein the way younger muscles do. This is why many seniors unknowingly eat far less protein than their bodies actually need. A typical breakfast might be toast and tea. Lunch might be soup or a small sandwich. Dinner might include vegetables and a small portion of meat. While these meals can be healthy, they often do not provide enough protein to protect muscle mass. Over months and years, this shortage slowly weakens the body. But the encouraging news is that small changes can make a dramatic difference. Adding the right protein foods to your daily meals can help stimulate muscle repair and slow down the muscle loss that naturally comes with aging. Even better, some of the most effective protein sources are incredibly affordable. You do not need to buy expensive powders or specialty products. In fact, some of the best muscle-supporting foods cost less than $3 per serving. One of the simplest and most underrated protein foods for older adults is eggs. Eggs have been part of human diets for centuries, yet many people still underestimate their power. Each egg contains high-quality protein that includes all the essential amino acids the body needs to repair and maintain muscle tissue. What makes eggs especially valuable for older adults is how easily the body can digest and absorb their protein. The nutrients in eggs are highly bioavailable, meaning the body can use them efficiently without wasting much of the protein content. For someone over 60, starting the day with eggs can make a noticeable difference in energy and strength over time. 2 eggs in the morning provide a solid dose of protein that signals the muscles to begin the repair process after a night of fasting. Instead of starting the day with only carbohydrates like toast or cereal, adding eggs provides the building blocks the muscles need to stay strong. Many seniors who increase their protein intake at breakfast report feeling fuller for longer and having more stable energy throughout the morning. Another powerful yet inexpensive protein source is cottage cheese. This simple dairy food is often overlooked, but contains a type of protein called casein, which digests slowly in the body. That slow digestion is extremely helpful for muscle maintenance, especially overnight. When cottage cheese is eaten in the evening, it provides a steady release of amino acids that feed the muscles while the body sleeps. For older adults who are concerned about muscle loss, this steady supply of protein during the night can be incredibly beneficial. Cottage cheese is also rich in calcium, which helps support bone strength. This combination of protein and bone-supporting nutrients makes it especially valuable for seniors who want to protect both their muscles and their skeletal health. The best part is that cottage cheese is often one of the most affordable high-protein foods in the dairy section. A single container can provide multiple servings, making it a cost-effective option for daily meals or snacks. Another food that deserves more attention when it comes to muscle health is canned tuna. Tuna is packed with lean protein and contains important nutrients like omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats have been studied for their potential role in reducing inflammation in the body. Lower inflammation may help the muscles recover more effectively after activity or exercise. For older adults, this can mean better muscle repair and less stiffness. Canned tuna is also incredibly convenient. It requires no cooking and can be added to salads, sandwiches, or simple meals within minutes. For seniors who may not want to spend long periods preparing food in the kitchen, tuna provides an easy way to increase daily protein intake without extra effort. A single can contain a substantial amount of protein, making it one of the most affordable muscle-supporting foods available. Beans are another surprisingly powerful food when it comes to supporting muscle health. While many people associate protein mainly with meat or dairy, plant-based foods like beans can also contribute meaningful amounts of protein. Black beans, kidney beans, and chickpeas all contain protein along with fiber and important minerals. Fiber supports digestive health and helps regulate blood sugar, which becomes increasingly important with age. For seniors who want to protect muscle while also supporting heart health, beans offer a balanced nutritional profile. They can be added to soups, stews, salads, or simple rice dishes. Because dried or canned beans are extremely inexpensive, they allow people to increase protein intake without increasing their grocery budget. This makes them especially useful for individuals who want to eat healthier without spending a fortune. However, simply knowing which foods contain protein is only part of the picture. The timing and distribution of protein throughout the day also matters. Many older adults consume most of their protein at dinner, while breakfast and lunch remain very low in protein. This pattern limits the body's ability to stimulate muscle repair multiple times during the day. Research suggests that spreading protein intake across meals may be more effective for maintaining muscle mass. Instead of having one large protein meal at night, the body responds better when protein appears consistently throughout the day. A breakfast with eggs, a lunch with tuna or beans, and a dinner that includes another protein source creates multiple opportunities for the muscles to receive the nutrients they need. Each of these meals acts like a signal to the body, telling it to repair and maintain muscle tissue instead of breaking it down. For many seniors, these changes do not require a complete transformation of their diet. They simply involve small adjustments to meals that are already familiar. Adding eggs to breakfast instead of only toast. Mixing beans into a soup or salad. Including tuna in a simple lunch. These changes may seem small on the surface, but over weeks and months they can significantly influence muscle health. The key idea is consistency. Muscles respond to repeated signals of nourishment and repair. When the body receives adequate protein regularly, it becomes easier to maintain strength and mobility even as the years pass. Without that consistent supply, the body gradually breaks down muscle tissue to meet its needs. This is why many older adults experience weakness without realizing that diet plays a major role. And yet, even with these powerful foods, there are still several others that many people overlook completely. In fact, one of the cheapest protein foods on this list may surprise you because it's something millions of people see in the grocery store every week without realizing its impact on muscle strength after 60. That food, along with several others that support muscle rebuilding even more effectively, is something we will continue exploring next. Another inexpensive protein food that can play a powerful role in protecting muscle after 60 is plain Greek yogurt. Many people already eat yogurt for digestion or general health, but Greek yogurt is very different from regular yogurt. During the production process, much of the liquid whey is strained away, leaving behind a thicker yogurt with a significantly higher concentration of protein. This simple change turns an ordinary dairy product into one of the most convenient muscle-supporting foods available. For older adults who may struggle with appetite or prefer lighter meals, Greek yogurt offers a gentle way to increase protein intake without feeling overly full. A single serving can contain as much protein as several eggs, yet remains easy to eat and digest. This makes it an excellent option for breakfast, a midday snack, or even an evening meal when a heavier dish might feel uncomfortable. Because Greek yogurt is widely available in most grocery stores, it remains one of the most practical options for seniors looking to support muscle health on a budget. In addition to its protein content, Greek yogurt contains beneficial bacteria that support gut health. A healthy digestive system plays an important role in nutrient absorption, meaning the body can use protein more effectively. As people age, digestion can sometimes become less efficient, so foods that support the gut while also providing protein become especially valuable. A simple bowl of Greek yogurt with fruit or nuts can quietly provide multiple benefits at once. Another surprisingly effective food for rebuilding muscle after 60 is peanut butter. Many people think of peanut butter as a simple spread for sandwiches, but it actually contains a respectable amount of plant-based protein along with healthy fats that support energy and satiety. For seniors who struggle to maintain body weight or who feel hungry between meals, peanut butter can be a convenient and satisfying addition to their diet. Because peanut butter is calorie-dense, even a small spoonful can provide a meaningful amount of nutrition. It can be added to oatmeal, spread on whole grain toast, or blended into smoothies. The healthy fats also help slow digestion, allowing energy to be released gradually instead of all at once. This can help stabilize blood sugar and maintain steady energy levels throughout the day. For older adults who experience fatigue or weakness, these small nutritional advantages can accumulate into noticeable improvements over time. Lentils are another food that deserves recognition when discussing affordable protein sources. These small legumes have been part of traditional diets around the world for thousands of years. They cook relatively quickly compared to other dried beans and provide a generous amount of both protein and fiber. Lentils also contain iron, which helps transport oxygen throughout the body and supports overall energy levels. For seniors who prefer warm meals, lentil soup can be one of the simplest ways to increase protein intake without relying heavily on meat. A large pot of lentil soup can be prepared once and enjoyed over several days, making it both economical and convenient. This kind of meal preparation can reduce the effort required to maintain a nutritious diet, which becomes increasingly important for individuals who may not want to cook every day. Another helpful addition to a muscle-supporting diet is milk. While some people associate milk mainly with children, it remains a valuable source of protein and essential nutrients throughout life. Milk contains both whey and casein proteins, which digest at different speeds. This combination allows the body to receive both a quick release of amino acids and a slower, sustained supply that continues feeding the muscles for several hours. For older adults who may not feel hungry enough to eat large meals, drinking a glass of milk can provide a simple nutritional boost. It can be consumed alongside breakfast, added to coffee, or enjoyed before bed. Some research even suggests that consuming protein before sleep may help support overnight muscle repair, making milk a convenient evening option for many seniors. It is important to remember that food alone does not build muscle automatically. Muscles respond best when protein intake is combined with movement and physical activity. Even gentle forms of resistance exercise can signal the muscles to use the protein they receive for repair and strengthening. Activities such as walking, lightweight training, or simple bodyweight exercises can activate the muscles and encourage them to grow stronger over time. For seniors who have not exercised regularly, the idea of starting a fitness routine may feel intimidating. However, the goal is not to become a bodybuilder or athlete. The goal is simply to remind the muscles that they are needed. Even standing up from a chair repeatedly, carrying groceries, or taking daily walks can stimulate muscle activity. When these movements are paired with sufficient protein intake, the body gains the tools it needs to maintain strength and mobility. Another factor that often goes unnoticed is hydration. Muscles are made largely of water, and dehydration can impair their function. Many older adults unintentionally drink less water than their bodies need, which can contribute to fatigue and reduced physical performance. Drinking enough fluids throughout the day helps support circulation, digestion, and the transportation of nutrients to muscle tissue. Sleep also plays a critical role in muscle maintenance. During deep sleep, the body releases hormones that assist with tissue repair and recovery. If sleep quality is poor, the body may struggle to rebuild muscle effectively even if nutrition is adequate. Creating a consistent sleep schedule and maintaining a comfortable sleep environment can quietly support the same muscle-building processes that protein and exercise encourage. One of the most encouraging aspects of all these strategies is how accessible they are. None of these foods require expensive memberships, complicated cooking techniques, or hard-to-find ingredients. Eggs, yogurt, beans, tuna, lentils, peanut butter, and milk can be found in nearly every grocery store. They are affordable, familiar, and easy to include in everyday meals. Yet when combined consistently, they provide the body with the raw materials it needs to defend against age-related muscle loss. Many people assume that once muscle disappears with age, it can never return. While rebuilding muscle may become slower with time, research shows that the body can still respond to proper nutrition and activity even in later decades of life. Seniors in their 70s, 80s, and even 90s have demonstrated improvements in strength when given adequate protein and gentle resistance training. This means that it is rarely too late to begin supporting muscle health. The most important step is awareness. Once people understand that muscle loss is not simply an unavoidable consequence of aging, they begin to look at their daily habits differently. They start noticing how often protein appears in their meals. They begin adding small sources of strength to breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Over time, these small changes reshape the body's environment, creating conditions where muscles are more likely to survive and even improve. Maintaining muscle after 60 is ultimately about preserving independence. Stronger muscles make it easier to move confidently, maintain balance, and recover from everyday physical challenges. They support the joints, protect the bones, and help the body remain resilient in the face of illness or stress. When muscles remain active and nourished, the body becomes more capable of continuing the activities that make life enjoyable. And sometimes the difference between weakness and strength does not come from dramatic lifestyle changes. It comes from simple daily decisions made consistently over time. Choosing foods that provide the body with the protein it needs. Moving the body in ways that remind the muscles they are still important. Drinking enough water, sleeping well, and allowing the body to repair itself each night. These small habits may seem ordinary, but together they form a powerful defense against the quiet muscle loss that affects so many older adults. When nutrition and movement work together, the body gains an opportunity to remain strong, capable, and independent for far longer than most people expect.